Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Paul, U.S. Army combat veteran, and today we are checking out some videos that are honestly just absolutely sick. I think these are badass. This is Ukrainian forces, Ukrainian Su-24s providing CAS, that's close air support, to Ukrainian ground forces. But just, I'm not even going to spoil it for it. I'm just going to let you guys watch this with me, right? Now, this is from the 61st Jaeger Infantry Brigade of Ukraine, so they've added some cool guy music, but let's just get into it. Dude, that is sick. This is just, I wish I could tell you that this is like somehow symbolic of some greater, trend in the Ukraine conflict, but it's not. This is just, I just want to watch this again. Okay. All right. Here's the thing, guys. Why this is badass. Well, first off, obviously, a couple of, what is these? 24s are like multi-role. A couple of multi-role fighters providing close air support to an infantry unit. But what's crazy is that not only is this watched by a drone, it's watched by a drone from above. I mean, I think they've added the flyby noise afterward, but I can't even fault them for it. This is just sick. I'm gonna actually just turn this music down so we can talk. Yeah, these don't look like guided munitions, but again, when you have something like a drone walking them to the target, you're still probably all right. I wonder if, okay, so they zoom in on the Russian vehicles that have been hit. So what is close air support? Okay, close air support is a term, for air providing support close to infantry units in contact or frontline units, right? There's no rule that says it has to be infantry. The difference between that and conventional air support, right? Traditional air support might be something like, hey, the aircraft conducts their operations, conducts their strikes prior to the infantry taking the field. So that would look like a HIMARS strike, right? Taking out logistics and supply hubs, communication arrays, or even just preparatory fires. Like we've talked about, that's kind of the role of artillery in this conflict, where it will, prior to an advance, pummel the area, weaken the enemy positions, preparing, dealing some damage in preparation for the infantry. Close air support is where, as the infantry is in contact, aircraft come on station and provide support. And what makes close air support so dangerous is that while you have to have some sophistication and technology to pull it off, right? Because you're that unit in contact, it might be just a squad or a platoon, right? They may be infantry soldiers through and through, but they have to have the skill and sophistication to talk on the radio to that aircraft and guide that aircraft onto the target. Now, this can take a lot of shapes, right? JTACs in the U.S. military, that's their full-time job. That's all they do is be on the ground with, ground pounder units and guide aircraft onto targets. But almost anyone can do it. I've talked to CAS. My peers, fellow platoon leaders, have talked to CAS and even guided some strikes in. So when they come on station, the nice thing is that they're still just human beings on a radio. You can talk to them, they will talk back to you, and the pilots are trained to make sure that you don't have to be a true expert. That said, you want to make sure that you do something to designate the target. You can use, for example, a laser to tell the pilots where the enemy is. You can use a grid coordinate. You can give them, hey, this is our location. And then you could give them a distance and direction if you don't want to do math. You can say, hey, our location is grid coordinate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The enemy is 300 meters from me. You could go 300 meters north of me. You could say 300 meters at a bearing of 287. Or I guess if it was north, you'd be like, I don't know, 312. But you would you give them that exact heading, that azimuth, and they can know what to look for. You can even just be simple. You can be like, hey, listen, do you see where we are? The aircraft goes, yeah, roger that. Okay. So you see our vehicles? Yeah. Okay. You see that church to the north of us? Yeah. Okay. I see it. Yeah. The enemy is just in that hill to the right of the church. And the aircraft will be like, okay. Yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, I see them. Right. And you go, okay, they're dismounted infantry. We think they're dug in. They're right inside, right in that hill. And the pilot will go, okay, I think I have the ordnance for that. Let's do it. Right. And it can be the conversation. These, again, you notice that one of those, clear, simple communication is going to get the job done faster, but it doesn't have to be. And that's what makes CAS so powerful, right? If you have the technology to link that aircraft with that squad, with that ground force, then you can have, there is no guesswork for the pilot. The pilot knows exactly where to drop it to guarantee that they're going to destroy the enemy. And when a pilot is doing strikes on their own, that's not necessarily the case. All right. Yeah. So this is just, okay. So then they run it again. Same music and everything. Still love it. Still sick. Right. I mean, it's fascinating to me too in this conflict is that, to defend against man pads, they just fly so low. I would be really curious to know where the infantry is, how close this is, because close air support, if you're inside of 300 meters, is considered danger close. And you can see why, right, with this sort of strike. Now, smart bombs are a little more precise. You're not in grave danger of most weapons within 300. If you're at 300 meters, though, inside of like probably 100 to 150, yeah, everyone's in danger. But you see how this strike is spread out over 100 meters. But I'd be curious to know, like, how did they find that this is the exact location of the enemy? Is the unit here along the tree line? Or did they just watch via the drone? Did the drone literally identify this target, and did they just dial it in, and their headquarters was like, actually, we have fast movers on station. We won't even have artillery handle this. We're just going to bring the fast movers in. And they said, okay. But again, a reflection of just how crazy the level of technology is in this fight, and just how much, again, you have a relatively small unit, right, with a drone and a radio, and you can really bring a lot of firepower to bear. But again, you've got to be skilled enough to do it. Anyway, guys, that was sick. I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, if you want the uncensored combat video breakdowns that YouTube definitely won't let me show you, you want to become a member of the Patreon. Thanks, of course, to my lieutenant tier patrons. The link is in the description. You guys make this possible. I'll catch you guys in the next one.